Hey, it's Kristen here, and today I want to talk to you about the root cause blueprint. What conventional medicine missed in my case. When I was sitting in the doctor's office hearing my options, I had this sudden realization. None of them were actually designed to make me well. Option 1 was watch and wait to see how fast the cancer spreads. Option 2 was a TKA drug that might buy me some time until it stopped working. And option 3 was more surgery and radiation, even though my oncologist admitted it could cause a secondary disease later on. I remember thinking, wait a minute, you're telling me you don't actually have a plan to help my body recover? You just have ways to manage the disease while damaging everything else. That's when it hit me. The system isn't built to make people well. It's built to manage symptoms. If the goal of medicine was true self-healing, we'd see people not just surviving, but thriving after treatment. But we don't, because the protocols are focused on treating the disease and not rebuilding the entire terrain of the whole person. And when you only focus on the disease, you might miss the deeper story of what's happening inside the body. While can be necessary in some cases, it can also damage the mitochondria, the very energy centers your immune system needs to recover. Radiation doesn't just target a tumor, it increases inflammation and oxidative stress, creating an even more toxic environment for the body. Even a simple biopsy, which seems harmless, can sometimes rupture a tumor capsule and release cancer cells into the bloodstream. And yet, many doctors don't talk about what it actually takes to restore the body after these interventions, how to rebuild energy, rebuild the immune system, and bring the terrain back into balance. When I realized that, I stopped asking, how do I get rid of this cancer? And I started asking, what was my internal environment like that led me to this major shift in my body in the first place? That one question changed everything. I learned that cancer isn't just a thing that happens out of nowhere. It's a downstream signal that the terrain of the body has been out of balance for a long time. It's influenced by things like nutrient deficiencies, chronic stress, environmental toxins, hidden infections, hormonal imbalances, unresolved emotional trauma, and the list goes on. In other words, cancer is multifactorial, and no single pill or procedure can address that. So, what does self-healing actually look like? Here are 3 principles that shifted everything for me that I'm going to share with you right now, that every person deserves to understand. So here we go. Number 1, stop focusing only on the diagnosis. Start rebuilding the terrain. Instead of asking, what disease do I have? Or what's my diagnosis? What does this mean? Ask, what is my internal environment like that led to this shift? Is my body oxygenated? Is it well hydrated? Is it detoxing properly? The goal is to make your body inhospitable to disease and supportive of recovery. Number 2, address systems, not symptoms. Conventional medicine isolates organs. Integrative health looks at the body as one interconnected system. For example, your gut health affects your hormones, your thyroid, your immunity, even your mood. Everything communicates. When you start addressing foundational systems like digestion, detox, energy production, your body begins to restore itself naturally. So, now here's number 3. Work with your body, not against it. Every symptom is your body's way of communicating. Fatigue, pain, inflammation, they're not enemies, they're messages. When we listen instead of suppress, we begin to understand what true self-healing looks like. Once I started living from this new blueprint, everything changed. My labs began to improve, my energy came back, and most importantly, I felt hope again, because now I understood that recovery wasn't random. It was the result of addressing my whole self, mind, body, and environment, and giving my body what it needed to actually repair. This is exactly why I became an integrative health practitioner and why I created the Cancer Warrior community, because people deserve to know how to rebuild their health not just manage disease. Inside the community, we break down the science of root cause healing in a simple, doable way. We focus on mindset, detoxification, nutrition, and emotional health, the pillars that actually move the needle in self-healing. If you've ever felt like the plan was missing the bigger picture and you're ready to start rebuilding health from the inside out, this community is for you. Just click the link to join the waitlist for the next opening of applicants. And hey, if this video gave you any encouragement or brought you some clarity to your journey, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment, message me on IG. I wake up every day and do this to change lives. And your feedback matters. It helps keep me going, actually. It's time to stop managing disease and start creating the environment your body needs to thrive. Thanks so much for listening today. I hope this encouraged you, and I'll see you next time. Also, side note, this message is not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure any disease. This is strictly my story and education as an integrative health practitioner, to educate you to look deeper into your own bio-individuality. I am not a medical doctor, and any medical advice should be sought out by a professional.